Here is exactly how I got monetized in just 32 days as a beginner. I got lucky. Thanks for watching, see you next time! Just kidding. Luck is obviously a factor, but in this video I want to show you my exact channel launch strategy, as well as some of the important lessons that I learned in the 32 days that it took me to get monetized, all while showing you how one video did this. Lesson number 1, launch with multiple videos. A while back I watched a video with Game Theory's MatPat. Apparently they launch a new channel with 5 videos. There are 2 key reasons for this. First, it gives the algorithm a better idea as to who your channel is actually for. Second, it gives people who enjoy one of your videos additional content to binge. And keeping people on the platform longer is YouTube's primary indicator for success. As you can see here, I launched my channel with 3 separate videos, 2 of which are similar in that they address common pain points for gamers trying to navigate the modern gaming landscape using concepts from cognitive psychology. The other is more historical and was released with the intent of capturing traffic on a trending topic. Here's the video that popped off and is honestly the sole reason why I was able to get monetized so quickly. Let's dive into the metrics here. So in its first 24 hours, it was able to get 2,532 views, which as far as I'm aware is pretty insane for a brand new channel. Since then, it's been able to accumulate 62,288 views, with a watch time of 7.2 thousand hours. Interestingly, the average view duration percentage is really not that high. I don't really have too much data to compare it to, but I imagine YouTubers that have in the millions of views get a considerably higher percentage than this, as well as a total average view duration. The video is just shy of 20 minutes long, so that percentage ends up at just shy of 7 minutes. If we look at the reach tab here, things get pretty interesting with respect to the impressions. When it first launched, the impressions shot up to between 5 and 5.6%, but then pretty immediately dropped down considerably, closer to 3%, before jumping back up again, and then finally now kind of sitting around the 7% mark. As far as I'm aware, the average click-through rate across YouTube is between 2 and 10%, with anything above 10% being considered elite. I just applied for monetization yesterday, so I don't have any revenue data yet, but I'm interested to see what the RPM will eventually be. It looks like we have some new developments. As I've been working on this video, the data came in, so now I can see my revenue for the past couple days, as well as the CPM for my videos. So let's get into that really quick. As one would expect, my best performing video is the one that is making the most money right now, but not by much. So if we click on the revenue tab here, you can see a CPM of $9.18 per 1,000 views. Apparently, YouTube's split that they give to creators is 55%. So 9.18 times 0.55, that is just over $5 per 1,000 views that this video is estimated to be making. Now, if we look at the more recent video, interestingly, the CPM is a bit higher. 55% of this figure gives us a little over $6 per 1,000 views, but of course, this video will not perform as well as the other. And in fact, the views as of the past few days have been slowing down quite a bit on all of my videos. But it's really interesting when you compare the revenue for those 2 videos to a video like this. Estimated revenue of 1/10 of a penny. The CPM for this video is terrible. Average view duration is much lower than the other videos. It's less than half, but it's certainly interesting when you compare the CPMs for these different videos. The ones that have more to do with psychology within the context of gaming seem to be performing a lot better in terms of CPM. This one very similar to the World of Warcraft video, for example. Whereas the ones that are more about gaming as such seem to have a much lower CPM. So here's my revenue as of the past 2 days, $7.80 the first day, and as the views are coming down, $4.71 the next. Pretty sweet though, this is literally my first internet dollar. Let's hop into the comments and see what people are saying. This guy says, dude, you are truly, truly funny and entertaining to watch. Here's a sub, thank you. Hamui1769, you're the real MVP. A lot of these top comments essentially share some of the same pain points I was talking about that I've experienced myself, which is why I put it into video form. Between the comments and the views on a brand new channel, to me this illustrates that the topic at hand was particularly relevant for the people who decided to click. I'll talk more about how to get people to click in the first place, or packaging, in lesson number 3, but none of it would have mattered without lesson number 2. Lesson number 2, video ideas and capitalizing on trending topics. Here's an interesting example. So this is Darth Microtransaction. He has 2 channels, one of which he had been uploading to for quite some time, but it looks like he started this second channel a little bit before Diablo 4 4 came out and really rode that wave of Diablo 4 popularity. And he has a video here talking about how his life completely changed because this allowed him to reach roughly 100,000 subscribers in just 3 weeks. I actually wrote the script and mostly edited my first 2 videos about a year ago, back when the Switch 2 was first announced, with the intention of releasing 3 videos at once around the time the Switch 2 came out. Many of you might relate to this, which is why I'm bringing it up, but oftentimes life has a funny way of changing our plans. You see, the Switch 2 was released in June of 2025, but as you can see, I never uploaded the videos until February 27th, 2026. This is in no small part due to the fact that I have some chronic health issues that hit me pretty hard during the time that I planned on uploading and derailed that momentum. But back to the trending topics lesson, luckily all was not lost, because although I didn't capitalize on the release of the Switch 2 as intended, I inadvertently capitalized on other console-related news. This brings me to my 4th video, which performed pretty well again for a new channel, which leveraged the release of the new World of Warcraft expansion. It happens every year when a new expansion for something like WoW is released, where tons of videos flood the algorithm of people wanting to capture the traffic on the trending topic. It's funny because if you read the comments on this video, there were a few that were like, I've seen this video 50 times before, or here we go again. But the best part is they still clicked on the video. I've done this myself, so I know how this works. Where you click on a video, particularly for a trending topic, then it recommends another similar video. So you click on that one and you go down this rabbit hole where it feels like you're making progress by gathering information. I literally talk about this idea as it relates to dopamine in my most recent video prior to the one that you're watching right now, which I'll get to in a minute. But first, lesson number 3, packaging. I think about packaging in 3 simple terms: the video idea, the title, the thumbnail. Obviously, I still have a lot to learn in this regard, but this initial 32 days has been an incredible learning opportunity. So number 1, unless you're particularly attractive, which, let's be real, look at this freaking goblin nose, dude. You think somebody's gonna click on this face? And or if you're in a niche where it's particularly important, like fitness, you probably shouldn't put yourself in the thumbnail when you're first starting out, but rather put something that is very recognizable and scroll stopping. The whole idea with the thumbnail is to get people to stop scrolling and read your title. There are plenty of videos out there on how to make a good thumbnail, which clearly I still need to put into practice, but we'll get there. Let's look at a couple examples from my channel that I think are good, mediocre, and terrible. Here's my viral video, one of the original trio I launched the channel with. I honestly think it's a pretty solid thumbnail. This video will probably cross the 100,000 views threshold within a couple of months. So let's break it down. Humans have an insane ability to read text even as it flies by while scrolling. And the games in the thumbnail are all what most people would consider to be excellent, or at the very least, very popular, well-known games. When the two are brought together, it creates this kind of dissonance, where it's like, what do you mean I have nothing to play? Those games are great and you're an ignoramus. So they click on the video to leave me an angry comment and close that curiosity gap, but then you hit them with the hairless monkey joke and now we're best buds. Here's an example of a thumbnail that I think is pretty mediocre in comparison. It uses me, already dumb. One of them is in this surround the hero style that I learned about in a VidIQ video, and the other was just an idea that I had as I was making it. I'll link the video about thumbnails in the description in the down below. But apparently the minimalism and the empty space helps it stand out in a sea of busier thumbnails. Let's search the title on YouTube and compare it to some of the other videos that come up. So this one has tons of views, 445,000. It shows Steam. It kind of pops out from the faded background, so I think that that's definitely a good job. It has the red and green text, which is kind of a classic thing that people do. And then you have mine. This one, unfortunately, it doesn't show the surround the hero one that is actually performing slightly better. This one's a little busier. It looks pretty low quality. It doesn't look professional compared to, for example, this one. Those are a few basic critiques that I can tell based on my very limited amount of knowledge on this topic. Now here is a terrible thumbnail. I actually tested a few different ideas, but honestly, none of them are good. The idea for the video is not very good either. I tried to find any other similar video ideas and saw that there were literally none. I just don't think very many people are as interested as I am in why video game music is not as memorable these days as it might have been in the past. So the man pictured here is Nobuo Uematsu. If you don't know, he is a living legend within the video game music community. He was the main composer for the Final Fantasy franchise for years. The person on the left, of course, is Ellie from The Last of Us and The Last of Us 2. However, the vast majority of people probably do not recognize Nobuo Uematsu, have no idea who he is. And also, Ellie and The Last of Us 2 are not particularly talked about, specifically not with respect to video game music, which is kind of part of the point of the video, but it just doesn't make for a good thumbnail. Lesson number 4, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I honestly thought it was going to take like 6 to 12 months to hit monetization. So I had already resolved myself to just throw spaghetti at the wall and see what sticks. But when your very first video sticks, you might as well run it back. I have tons of YouTube video ideas written down. Many of them will never turn into a video because they're honestly not very good. But if you have an idea that does well, or better yet, an idea from another channel that does well, try to put a spin on it. My most recent video shares some of the core concepts from my viral video, but it is also quite unique in that it has an interview section in the middle with a top tier creator, amongst many other differences. And the crazy thing is, if we go into the metrics here, you'll see it has a higher average view duration than my best performing video. But to connect it to the previous lesson, the packaging isn't nearly as compelling for the reasons I outlined earlier. The tough lesson I could and should have applied here is making a title and thumbnail combo that is closer to similar videos that have performed well. But the higher average view duration of that video brings me to lesson number 5, attention retention. Say that 5 times fast. Attention retention, attention retention. Sounds like it could be a metal song. Be right back while I write a metal song real quick. Attention retention! This is a terrible example of me demonstrating a concept that I think my outlier video did pretty well, the pattern interrupt. Obviously, I'm still improving in this regard. I'm just a noob after all. But think of it this way. One aspect of good video game design entails introducing new mechanics and ideas at a rate commensurate with the player's ability to master the previous ones. This keeps the player engaged. YouTube content, however, is passive, and there is no skill mastery involved. Therefore, the pacing should be that much quicker to introduce new patterns or ideas so as to keep the viewer engaged. Especially and unfortunately, given the fact that we are now competing with things like TikTok and YouTube Shorts. People have been woefully afflicted with algo brain, as PewDiePie calls it in one of his recent videos. This is why even high-performing talking head style videos tend to use different camera angles, mix things up with B-roll footage, sound effects and animations, or interviews with other people, etc., just to break the pattern. Lesson number 6, just post. I know it's cliche and every other one of these videos says it as well, but here's exactly what I would do if I had to start over just 32 days ago, I guess. Step number 1, set a deadline. Figure out what kind of videos you'd like to make. Maybe you have a unique hobby or skill. I promise you other people are going to be interested in it. Maybe you're an old curmudgeon like me and you just want to talk about your video games. I had a deadline in mind, which was the week before the launch of the Switch 2. Even though I got derailed initially, I was eventually able to set a new deadline and get back to work, which if you're anything like me is by far the hardest part. Step number 2, spend most of your time making your launch videos and minimal time doing research. I did this for like a decade, so believe me, I know. Plus, I've made enough videos at this point on the topic of cognitive psychology to understand why it's a terrible idea to do a bunch of research watching a ton of YouTube videos instead of actually doing the thing. Obviously, I haven't been doing this for long, so I'm still trying to figure out things like pacing, writing better scripts, more engaging edits, but most importantly, having better video ideas. I can't stress this enough. Even with the limited data available for my channel, it's obvious that a video lives or dies by the quality of the idea and how well it's packaged. All the fast-paced edits and fancy animations don't count for squat if the idea isn't compelling. I was particularly motivated to hit 1,000 subscribers because I forced myself to abstain from playing video games until I did so. Now that I hit my goal, I feel like Sweeney Todd when he's reunited with his shiny silver razors. At last, my right arm is complete again! Let me know in the comments what your goals are, and if there's any way that I can help, I would be happy to try. The next goal for me is to get to 1 million total views. I'm gonna go enjoy some video games and work on my next video now. Farewell! Speak to me, friend. Whisper, I'll listen. I know, you've been locked out of sight all these years.